You know, hear the voice of the Rasta man say, Babylon, you throne gone down, gone down. Babylon, you throne gone down. I want you to take care of the Ras. I want you to elect Damian Crawford as the next member of parliament from Scotland. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready for Damian? You ready for the PNP? Comrades, enough respect to everyone. I first of all want to thank all the comrades who have been with me all day. We come through from Snow Hill, come through Port Antonio, come in a Prospect, and we there last 2 days ago we was in Mansion Hill, Hector's River, and I see some of you was with me even then. Give thanks. Because when you are with me, I feel strong. Hear me now. I know the night is well spent. And people have work and business for the tomorrow. I just want to say a few things. Now hold you along. The first thing I want to say is this. That this election in East Portland is one of the most important elections you will ever face. You have before you two roads in the choice that the people have to make. I know your choice, but I want you to go out there and tell everybody what you learn here tonight. Because it is a choice between Damian Crawford and a future that rests upon knowledge and power for the people, or a future that returns us to the past. You hear me? It is a choice between a future where you will get the knowledge to build your own self-reliance, your own power inside of yourself and in your head and your heart, or a choice of a future that will take you back to the past. Some people forget what Portland used to be like, and some of you too young to know. But there was a time when East Portland was owned, the bulk of the land was owned by 3 families.
True, sir.
And we must thank God for Michael Joshua Manley and the People's National Party. That take Pasley Gardens, that was owned by 1 family. Anchovy, all the whole of Hector's River, go way up to our rural hill and everywhere, was 1 family. And out of Pasley Garden, we got land settlement, land lease, we get case, and later on Operation Pride come and put 100 and odd lots of land for ordinary Portlanders to live and make life for themselves. I don't like that word ordinary because there's nothing ordinary about the people, because extraordinary people got through the fire that we got through and survive. But that was the Portland of the past. And if you are not careful, what will happen in Portland is that you see some people come and take control, and before you know it, the land that is in the hands of government still to develop with you, for you, by you. But before you know it, it gone to a handful. 2, 3. And they become the lords and masters of the people again. That is not the future that the People's National Party believe in. That is not the future that Damian Crawford believe in. That is not the future that you deserve. That is not the future that will lead to progress for all of you. So you have a serious decision to make. Not only is it about the future of the parish, because there was a time when all the best beach them in East Portland, people like you and me couldn't go there. Couldn't set foot down a Frenchman's Cove. Some too young to know, and some maybe so old them forget. But we must remind ourselves that that was our history. So you hear me? You have a choice between a member of parliament who you hear talk and him have no water in their mouth. And him clear. You understand him. And you don't have nobody to shield him from talk. Yes. And you have a choice between somebody else where them won't make talk. And I really ask myself, how you going to represent people and you cannot talk for them? How you going to represent them and you cannot even go on a radio station and defend them case for them? So you hear me? Don't make nobody lamp you, don't make nobody fool you, don't make nobody confuse you. You have a choice. You have a choice between a future that involves, as we are intending to do, upgrade all the schools. You hear Damien tell you about it. And I commit that the next PNP administration is going to ensure that case becomes a full university to educate the children of the eastern part of the island. It must become a center of scientific knowledge and science in agriculture, but science in every other thing else. We must not limit ourselves in the possibilities. We must dream the great dreams from which great civilizations are made. And that is the choice that you will have to make. I hear them trying to distract the discussion with all kind of foolishness. But hear me now. Damian Crawford have mother, him have sisters. They are involved in his campaign. Him can't disrespect woman. Him don't disrespect woman. Damian Crawford is a member of a political party, the People's National Party, and a proud member of it that has done the most to establish equal rights for women in Jamaica. Michael Joshua Manley passed the laws that say equal pay for women. They don't have that in America yet. Michael Manley passed the law that guaranteed maternity leave for women at work. Michael Manley abolished bastard out of the language of Jamaica. Before Michael Norman Manley was a champion to getting women into professions of medicine and law in Jamaica. And it is the party that had the first female prime minister of Jamaica, Comrade Portia Simpson Miller. So tell them when them say that he is disrespecting women or against women, tell them back way. And mash down that foolishness. But I go further. When I think about it, you know what I said? "90 years ago, Marcus Garvey came back to Jamaica. He had traveled the world, formed one of the biggest, even today, organizations for people of African descent all over the world. Came back to Jamaica. And what did they do to Marcus Garvey, our national hero? Lock him up, break his spirit. They tried. Break his pocket that he left Jamaica in 1930s and said, this country is a tough place for a black man to live in. 40 years after that, 1968, I know because I was there as a young dread. Walter Rodney walked across Jamaica and said, we have independence, but there is no power for black people in Jamaica. And he wasn't from Jamaica, he's a Jamaican man, he's a Guyanese, Caribbean man. Labour Party government run him out of Jamaica for raising the thought of black power for black people. And now, 50 years after that, they want to crucify Damian Crawford for saying today that black people need to be uplifted and empowered in the land of their birth. Tell them, say, we not have no apology for make. Test the ideas. Stand up side him. Stand up side him. Debate with him. Share your ideas with him. Let the people sit and hear and decide whose ideas have more relevance, have more effectiveness in Jamaica today, and whose ideas have more prospects to uplift the people of East Portland. Tell them to come. I tell you, say not talk long, but make I tell you something, and then I'm going to stop. When I had the first opportunity to appoint someone to the Senate, I reached for Damian Crawford because he has a special gift that he has to provide for the people of Jamaica. He came to this parish because of tragic events that took place. But he answered the call. Whenever I asked him twice, he answered the call. But we must not forget the tragedy that brought him here. And even as you have an obligation to elect Damien for the contribution that he will make, you have an obligation, we all have an obligation to the memory of Dr. Linville Bloomfield. And it is one of the choices that you have to make, because there is a virus of violence and badmanism that wants to be let loose in Portland, and you have to back it away. You have the antidote, and the antidote is your vote. Because Damien is a peaceful man. He's a peaceful man. But hear me. He's a man putting up resistance against the system. He's a man putting up resistance against oppression. He's a man putting up resistance against discrimination. And you and him will make it work. I know, there's a thing plenty people don't know. But, no, but may I tell you, it's not a secret. But him born and grow in the constituency that I represent. And I know, and you hear, that him understand the plight which the majority of the Jamaican people experience. That is why I want him to come here. But there is something special, because he has taken the gifts that he has secured for himself and spent his life sharing it with other people. That is what makes him the great, special human being, because he has devoted his life to the service and upliftment of other people. And when him seek to run a business, him not really run it because him love to get rich and be a big gargan and sail up and down in cruisers and ship and fly plane and to here and there and everywhere. Him not sell out no one. Because he has never forgotten how he started in life. So, I am depending on you. But to all who you know, your family, your friend, your auntie, your uncle, your sister, your granny, and tell them, say, come April 4th, put the X beside the head and